So now we're moving on to one of my favorite compounds, BQCA. This is a PAM agonist of the muscarinic M2 receptor. A lot has been published. The profile was worked out at Lilly, I think, and Monash, but it's great work, and it's become a standard example for allostery. So the BQCA example shows a PAM that reveals agonism in a sensitized system. How common is this in allosteric programs, and how early should teams be screening for it? Great question. Great question. Okay, yeah. How common? Think about it. A PAM stabilizes the production of an agonist-formed active state. And energetically, it may be a small step from that to actually inducing an active state. So as far as I've seen, many PAM programs, as they test different scaffolds, eventually get scaffolds that are PAM agonists. It's just sort of an extreme. Here's a compound that it makes the active state so stable that it now may stabilize a spontaneously constitutive active state, and that is what we would call direct agonism. So I think it can happen often. How early should teams be screening for it? That probably will depend on the program. Why is that? I'm thinking of the Muscarinic M4 PAM programs for increasing cognition in schizophrenia. You want to elevate M4 response, but if you do it too much, you're going to get cholinergic side effects. And so at the time, the people doing this had compounds that actually gave normal, bad cholinergic side effects. And the whole idea of a PAM is you don't want that. You want to just potentiate the low level of signaling that's there. So if getting direct agonism in your program would be a bad thing, then test for it early. Yes, because you may identify it in some scaffolds over others, and that may aim you to emphasize chemistry differently. If direct agonism isn't such a big deal, then perhaps not. So again, it becomes program dependent, but it's quite an easy step when you think about tissue volume control. These days, we're getting tools that are really nice, incredible cells. You can induce levels of expression. So it's not that hard nowadays to get a cell line, induce a high expression, and just take a look early on.